Hey guys, Jason here. Today I'll be covering this 2023 Jeep Wrangler High Altitude 4xe. There are so many ways to personalize your Wrangler, and today I will be going over the options on this particular one. And if you enjoy car reviews, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. So let's go ahead and check this Jeep Wrangler 4xe out. When it comes to the Jeep Wrangler 4xe, you've got a few options like the Sahara, Willys, and the Rubicon. Each of these trims do have their own standard features and do have some exterior plus interior changes. And when it comes to the standard safety features on the Sahara high altitudes, you get things like the safety group, park sense rear park assist system, and blind spot monitoring and rear cross path detection. However, this high altitude has the optional advanced safety group, which adds on the advanced brake assist for collision warning plus with active braking and adaptive cruise control with stop. Taking a look at what powers this Wrangler 4xe, it has the 2-liter turbo PHEV engine, and it's the only option that is available with the 4xe trims, which is going to give you 375 horsepower and 470 pound-foot of torque. And you have towing capabilities of about 3,500 pounds when equipped properly. In the front, you'll notice everything is pretty much body color, and this is because of the high altitude package. You can see how clean it makes the Jeep look and even stand out. The rest of the stuff is pretty standard to a non-high altitude. So on the bumper, it's the body color like I mentioned, and the Sahara 4xe does come standard with the LED lighting group, giving you LED fog lights, and around them is the gloss black trim. Since this is a 4xe, you can tell right away with the Smurf blue tow hooks. The grille area is also body colored with the gloss black inserts, and it's the same thing for the front headlights. These are also LED, and you have even the LED reflectors that are included. Looking at the side of this 4xe, it's like a regular Jeep but with a few key things that do stand out. Like up top, you do get the body colored 3-piece hardtop, which is standard. You also get the body color door handles. The Saharas also have the remote proximity keyless entry feature, and even the side mirrors come body color. And the most distinctive thing would be the charge port, of course. You do have this sticker that displays different color meanings that may show up if you're plugged in or even plugging in at first. Also, you'll notice this bar on the dash where you can tell how much charge you have and how much is left. And even the decals are outlined in blue since it's a 4xe. Plus, you still get the side steps and then these unique 20-inch fully painted aluminum wheels, which is with the high altitude trim, and these are really nice looking wheels because as you see, the Jeep stands out. Also will be the body colored fenders, and even your fuel door is body color. Plus on the 4xe's, the fuel door is power locking. Coming around to the rear, there's just something about having everything body color. On the bumper will be another blue tow hook along with the hitch and the 4 and 7 pin wiring harness in the middle. And this Jeep does have the optional trailer tow and HD electrical group, hence why you get the hitch. Also on the bumper are the rear sensors, and above is the 4xe badge, also in blue. And just like the front fog lights and headlights, the rear lights are also LED. Also back here is the spare tire with the backup camera in the middle. And if you look closely, even the Jeep Easter egg on the wheels is in blue. Opening up the tailgate, you have the same amount of room as other Jeep trims, and it's a good amount of space back here. Other things back here would be the hooks, 12-volt outlet, and an Alpine subwoofer, because this does come standard with the Alpine sound system. Lifting up the carpeted area, we'll have some additional storage space down here, and the level 1 charger that the 4xe's come with. Now you can use the level 1 charger or a level 2 charger. Now let's say you decide on using the level 1 charger, this will fully charge you in about 12 hours. And that's because it uses the traditional 120-volt outlet, so it's much slower. However, using a level 2 charger, which an electrician can come to your house and install it for you, will fully charge you in about 2 hours. And this is using your 240-volt outlet. I'll speak about this more when we head inside of the Jeep. And even though this is a 4xe, don't worry, you still have the off-road capabilities, like going through fording stream of water up to 76 centimeters in depth. And you do get 35 kilometers of all electric range. Now for some, that is going to be nothing, but if you're constantly topping up the charge, then it goes a long way. Plus, you have a total driving range of about 592 kilometers. This Jeep also has the optional track lock limited slip rear differential. Coming to the rear, the door trim area is the same as other trims. There's some netting at the bottom for storage, and on the door handle will be the leather with the caramel stitching. As for the rear seats, these are the typical Jeep style ones, but with the high altitude, you get this nice diamond stitch design which makes the interior pop. You'll also notice the straps sticking out of the seats, and that's because this is where your batteries are, which is underneath the seats. And pulling down the center section will have your cup holders for the rear. Behind the driver and passenger seats, it's all leather and no plastic, which is nice. Plus you have mat pockets on both sides for that additional storage space. On the rear console will be the venting, window controls, USB ports, and a 115 volt outlet. Up front, it's like the rear with a bit more storage at the bottom, and same goes for the stitching. Then you've got the usual lock, unlock, and side mirror controls. And as for the seats, like the rear, these are fully leather seats, and they also have the diamond stitching pattern in the caramel stitching. And with the high altitude package, the front seats do come heated. Also for the interior and seats on the high altitude trim, you can either get it all in black like this one, or with the black and steel gray. On the sides of the seats are just the adjustments, which are manual, and underneath just the foot pedals, gas cap release, and the different 4xe modes. Above are the lighting and dimmer controls, and the steering wheel is manual adjustable. So let's talk about these three different modes that we have here. You've got the hybrid, electric, and e-save. If you're in hybrid, this mode automatically adapts for the most efficient driving, and each of these modes will tell you what it means in the center gauge cluster. Now, if you're in electric, this is full electric mode, but if the battery level is too low, it will not work. Finally is the e-save mode. This saves the battery for later use. Now entering into the 4xe, the size of the dash is the same as the rest of the Jeep trims. And starting up the 4xe, again, it's the same as the other trims other than the 4xe animation. Same goes for the gauge cluster area with minor adjustments, like the digital temperature and fuel areas. Also, you'll notice on the right side will be the percentage of power and the charge. And in the center, you have the usual things that you can go through about the Jeep. Also in the center screen, if you look on the right side, this will show you how much charge you have left, and it'll also show you how much gas range you have. And if you're fully charged or you have some charge available, it'll let you know of the combined range. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and is also heated, and on the left side of the steering wheel will be the gauge cluster and Bluetooth controls. The other side will have the normal cruise control and adaptive cruise control buttons. Behind will be the high beam and indicator controls, while the other side will be the front and rear wiper controls. The center armrest area is also leather with the stitching, and the first section has some small storage space for like a wallet or something. Then the other section has a bit more deeper storage area with a USB port. On the center section, you will find the parking brake, cup holders, gear ratio controls, and the shifter. Above that is a small storage space along with the aux switches that are part of the trailer tow and HD electrical group. Then is another 12 volt outlet, window controls, and USB ports with an aux port as well. Further up are the temperature controls with the heated seat and heated steering wheel buttons. You also have this battery button, which is the max regenerative braking. This helps charge the battery, and you will feel this when you let off the accelerator. Beside that is the traction control, parking sensor, and hill descent control buttons. Then is this 8.4-inch touchscreen with navigation. Now I do wish that they added the new Uconnect system, especially for the 2023 Jeep models, but it is what it is. And this is the same as other Jeeps as what you can do on this. So the media section will have the usual AM, FM, and Sirius XM. The climate section will have the temperature controls, and pressing the controls icon in the center there will bring up the heated seat and heated steering wheel controls, along with the mirror dimmer control and accessing the backup camera plus the settings. Then is the apps section. This will have the same stuff that I go over and a few other things about the Jeep. Next is the navigation, pretty self-explanatory. Then the phone pairing section, and finally is the settings section. And this will have other things that you can fine tune about your Jeep. Now, if we go back under to the app section, there is this hybrid electric section. This will show you things like the power flow, so how much power the engine, battery, and the climate is using. Next would be the driving history, showing you how many kilometers were driven using the battery and the engine. Next is the charging schedule. So if you're plugged in at home, you can actually set when the charging should start. Finally is the e-save. Here you can set if you want the battery save on or the battery charge. And above everything at the top is just the dimmable mirror and the assist and SOS buttons. Coming around to the passenger side, there is this hard material on the dash with the stitching, and then you've got the grab handle as well. And in the storage compartment, it's a decent size for your things. And here is the window sticker on this 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara High Altitude 4xe. You'll see the standard equipment and what it comes with already, and then the optional equipment, along with the MSRP, which is in Canadian dollars. And this will be minus any dealer discounts and manufacturing discounts if being offered. Well, that does it for the review on this 2023 Jeep Wrangler High Altitude 4xe. Let me know what you think of this. Do you love it or do you hate it?